Here's a way to enrich your study of the Old Testament. Begin to see, already in the book of Genesis, how there are certain themes that, like a rhythm, is perpetuated over and over, and finally culminates in the Gospels themselves. Now, one example of that is the theme of women who can't have children until God intervenes, and the child conceived, almost without exception, becomes a major player in God's unfolding plan of salvation. Think of Sarah, the wife of Abraham, who can't conceive until God steps in, and of course she gives birth to Isaac. Later, Rebekah, Isaac's wife, can't conceive. God steps in, and then Jacob and Esau are born. Think of the parents of Samson. Think of Hannah, whose story we read about today if you're reading through the Bible along with me. She, of course, through God's intervention, is able to conceive, and she gives birth to Samuel. Now, all of this thematic rhythm culminates in the Gospels, where first of all, Zechariah and Elizabeth are not able to conceive until God enables her to conceive, and she gives birth to John the Baptist. And then finally, the culmination of this rhythm is in the birth of Jesus, who is born not of an older woman who's unable to conceive, but a virgin who by no physical means is able to conceive, and yet God steps in and she gives birth to, in fact, the Son of God himself. So that's one way to enrich your study of the Old Testament, to see how this thematic rhythm continues and culminates in the Gospels.